Listen-only mode.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome to today's customer webinar. Thanks very much for attending. Today's topic is marketing your library app, intermediate, more tips and tools. My name is Brian Murray. I'm the Senior Account Manager at Boopsie for Libraries. And with me today is a special guest, Sylvia. She's our Senior Manager of Customer Service and Social Media. You may have interacted with her before. So Sylvia is a serious social media guru. So she's going to be talking about some advanced social media marketing tips towards the end of the webinar. Hi, Sylvia.
Hello, Brian. Hello, everybody.
All right, just to let everyone know, I typically leave everyone on mute during these webinars just to avoid any background audio issues. But feel free to type questions into the question box on the dashboard there anytime. And the next scheduled webinar is Wednesday, February 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern. And that one is 3M Cloud Library, seamless integration with your mobile app. 3M is a great newish ebook partner of ours. So if you already have a subscription to 3M, definitely join that webinar. We provide a really user-friendly integration with that app. Or if you're just interested in hearing more about 3M, it would be a good a learning experience as well, and I'll have someone from 3M actually joining me on that webinar. Okay, so to get started, in December, we did a Marketing 101 customer webinar, and that covered a handful of kind of basic tips for promoting your library's app. And if you want to take a look at that one, we archive all of our webinars on the customer resources section of our website, but we did discuss website promotion and press releases and email promotion, specifically patron newsletters, and a bit of social media marketing. But today, we wanted to go over a number of tips and tools you can utilize after you've kind of already completed the initial promotions to really take your app usage and downloads to the next level. And obviously a 30-minute webinar barely scratches the surface of this stuff, but here are a few of some of my favorite resources for search engine optimization, search engine marketing. And I'll also include all of these resources in a follow-up email tomorrow. But Moz.com, formerly SEO Moz, is a great resource for all things SEO, and I really think everyone should have that blog bookmarked for sure. Matt Cutts, here's his Twitter handle and blog link. He actually works with the search quality team for SEO issues, or on SEO issues for Google. And he's really probably one of a handful of people in the world who actually knows the secret sauce of the Google algorithm. And he obviously doesn't share that on his blog, but he does have some great insights for all you marketers out there. Search Engine Watch is probably the most authoritative source on search. And then, of course, since we're all librarians here, there are two excellent books on SEO and search, Optimize and the Art of SEO. So check those out. Okay, the most important question for marketing your library app is how do patrons and users actually find apps? So this graph is taken from Moz, and it's a study from the research firm Nielsen. And it basically shows that the App Store is the single biggest driver of downloads. And according to Nielsen, 63% of Android and iOS users have utilized search to discover a new app in their respective app stores. So the good news is you don't have to worry actually about App Store marketing. Boopsie does that for you when we submit apps to the various stores. So we optimize your app for each store. Apple specifically focuses on keywords, and you can see examples of what we did for Tulsa City County Library. And we try to basically come up with common sense terms, first of all, that your patrons would use to search for your app. And a place like Tulsa has city, it has county, so you never know what your patron is going to actually look for. And then we try to add things like library card and ebooks and a handful of others. The Google Play Store, however, utilizes description only. the actual description of your app and doesn't care about keywords. And some of those other stores, like you see at the bottom of the screen, have their own unique submission procedures, but we follow each one very closely. And if you have any questions about keywords, feel free to contact me anytime, and I'd be happy to share what we use so you can use some of the same in marketing. All right, I want to take another quick look at that graph from Moz. Boopsie will handle App Store search, the largest channel, but there's plenty of other opportunities for your app to be found out there. You know, media on the web, other app discovery apps are pretty significant, but word of mouth is a clear #2 channel. So here's a few other things you can do to really spread the word and let your community know about all the other great resources you offer, particularly your mobile app. So actually paying for online ads, I know it can be a tougher sell to your library since you actually need cash instead of staff time, but if you set these up correctly and really strategize, they can be very effective. And buying ads on Bing or Yahoo and Twitter may be important to your specific geographic area. You should definitely do a little bit of research on that. But we're going to be talking about Google AdWords and Facebook ads as the two dominant players, and really the best place for you to start. There are, of course, pros and cons about both. Google has more users. It does have a better click-through rate, or CTR. But Facebook users spend significantly more time on the site, on Facebook. And you can sometimes target those ads a little bit better based on demographic. And Google AdWords are a little bit more expensive than Facebook ads as well. So you should budget accordingly. And my recommendation, you know, for your marketing strategy or your marketing plan is to try actually both services and to see what works and to track both very closely. And for marketing your library app, I think an even better option is actually to pay for downloads, not clicks. So if you look for Google's app promotion ads or Facebook's cost per action ads, these are two services where you're only charged when a user downloads and installs your app. And Facebook has done some testing to show that their cost per action bidding can cost about 20% less than cost per click. So again, you should probably experiment with both, cost per click, cost per download, and you know, never spend your marketing budget all in one place. You know, kind of try a few different things and track really closely, do some testing to see what works. Okay, on the more maybe personal side of marketing, we've had some of our library customers that had really good success with an in-library event, something like a tech day to engage their patrons. And these type of events are perfect, not only for promoting your library app, but also to reinforce how to use the various features of your app and the various resources you have at your library. At these events, librarians and staff can walk users through the app. You can explain how easy it is to search for items using our smart prefix search, or help boost the usage of your ebook subscriptions, you know, show how to check out and download an overdrive or a one-click digital item, for example. And if you have BookLook or Book Check enabled on your library app, a tech day is a great way to explain how to use these features and get people kind of excited about your app and shows how innovative your library really is. And it was a great idea by the Cupertino Library, a neighbor of ours. They're part of the Santa Clara County Library District. They created a tech toolbar where patrons can go and try out a variety of different devices, smartphones, tablets, e-readers, and utilize the library's online resources and ebooks they have available. And they actually called it it's like an Apple Genius Bar on wheels. It's run completely by trained volunteers in the community. And our friend Megan, the virtual library manager at Santa Clara, says it's also a really great way for users and patrons to try out devices without being pressured to buy something at an Apple store or Best Buy or something like that. So Co-promoting your online resources, Overdrive, 3M, Zinio, and your mobile app, along with your mobile app, is a great idea for events like Tech Days or the Tech Toolbar, as well as your website, like you see here at the Darien Library of Connecticut. The Hennepin Library of Minnesota, Hennepin County Library of Minnesota, also lists the resources they offer that have mobile apps all on the same page. So you see they have their Boopsie mobile app at the top, but then they list all the great online resources. It's just a great way to promote your library's app and all the subscriptions you have that patrons may not know about. Okay, so now I wanted to turn it over to Sylvia. She's going to talk a little bit more about social media. Again, she's our Senior Manager of Customer Service and Social Media. So take it away.
Thank you, Brian. It's great to be here. For those of you who already know me from help@boopsie.com, it's great to show you my other side, which is the social media side. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sylvia Spiva, and you can find me on Twitter. I'm very, very connected there with the library community because I moonlight as a library school student. And what I want to talk about today is your role as a librarian, because at the heart of every library is the librarian. Let's talk about examples of what you can do at your library. You can use Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest. Today I'm just going to give you 3 quick examples of how I use Twitter. As I grow in my role as a librarian, I like to reach out to people who are more knowledgeable, more experienced, and a lot more fun than me. So that's how I learn, and maybe some of these examples will help you learn as well. In terms of connections, this is an example of why I follow the Santa Clara County Library District on Twitter. They have connections that I don't have. Look who came to visit them, Geronimo Stilton. If only I had kept a closer eye on their Twitter feed, I might have known this and been able to bring my son to meet his #1 author, who is Geronimo Stilton. So if you could think of ways to get to build an audience or to get the audience that already exists for a certain type of book, genre, author, to follow you or to follow your library because you are a good source of information, then that is something that will be valuable to you and your community. So again, we're focusing on what librarians can do at the heart of their community. So think of what connections you and your library already have that might be valuable to other people, your patrons, and maybe people that haven't visited your library yet. In terms of conversations, I live in Northern California. I love Canada, but I haven't been there in a while. Yet look, this weekend I was able to connect with Raffi. I don't know if we have any Canadians in the audience, but I grew up here in the United States, and I sang the Raffi songs when I was a kid. I sang them to my son when he was younger. Raffi is actually now an advocate for keeping children safe in social media, and as you know, there is so much that librarians can do to help children be safe, but also use the tools that are available to them, especially in the library. So being able to connect with Raffi is not just a nice anecdote because I'm his fan, but it's also an opportunity for us to have a conversation about how we can keep children safe on social media and how we can use libraries to do this type of training. And like I mentioned, I'm also a library school student, and I know that there is so much to learn and so much content and great stories that are being shared through social media. And for me to be able to connect with people that are already telling great stories and participating in great projects, not just in their library, but maybe nationwide or worldwide, is very valuable. Some of you may know Josh, the world's strongest librarian, and if you do, you know how inspiring his personal story is and how important libraries have been for him since he was a child. If you don't, I invite you to follow him. You can see his Twitter handle right there. And there is always an opportunity to learn more. not just in your role as a librarian, but in your role maybe as a budding author, or maybe you would like to help your community in some other way. So look for those opportunities to learn from others that are already doing great things. We will try to find stories to share with you for your personal development, and also that will be of value to you in your community. So please follow us on Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter, and reach out and let us know. Let us know what you like. Let us know what we're missing, and we'd love to continue having conversations with you. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Sylvia. I think that was a great help for everyone. And that's it for the webinar today. Thanks, everybody, for attending. Again, if you did have any questions, feel free and go ahead and put those into the question box on the right, or you can reach out to me anytime. And if you have social media specific questions, I will make sure to send them to Sylvia or loop her in as well. And as a reminder, the next customer webinar is scheduled for Wednesday, February 5th. It's 1 p.m. Eastern, and that one will be about our star partner, 3M Cloud Library, and feature a guest from 3M, most likely Tom, who is in charge of their marketing. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to type those in and go to boopsie.com/customer-webinars to see the recordings of this and all our previous webinars, and to sign up for the new ones, or keep an eye out for an email promoting the upcoming webinars. So it doesn't look like there's any questions right now, but feel free again to reach out to me later. So thanks to everyone for joining. That was great, and have a great rest of your week. Thanks so much.